Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 12 of the Cattle-Lackie. And it's the first day of November. And this is an episode I think I'm going to title Wash, Rinse, Repeat. We've been here before. We've, as I said, it's the first day of November. All of the remainder of our cornfields are now ready to harvest. They're ready to go. So we're going to get to working on that. We also have the soybean fields that we harvested the last episode, or actually 2 episodes ago. They are ready to be prepped for the next crop. One of the fields I do want to put winter wheat into. So between episodes, I've limed that field off camera. So we're ready to plow it. So we're going to hook up the plow to the John Deere here and get it over to the field. In the meantime, we're going to send one of the harvesters, or both the harvesters, after we refuel them, over to field, I believe it's 143, and get started with the corn harvest over there. So, yeah, a lot to do today. And then, of course, there's still the need to tend to the animals, something that is ever present in all of these episodes. All right, so for now, I think I'm just going to hook up to the plow here, get it pulled out. There we go. And in a second, we'll get that sent over. For now, let's see. Here we go. Our number 1 axial flow. Let's get it some fuel. Damage looks good, so we don't have to worry about any potential yield impact. Go ahead and get filled up. I've already taken the corn headers over to close to the field where we're going to be harvesting, so they're over there just waiting. I just need to send this over to, well, probably the grass field, I think, is where I want to send it, because I think that's where the field, yeah, 106, I believe, is where we want to go. All these field numbers, 107, okay. Yeah, we're gonna harvest field 143 here in just a moment, or get started on it, I should say. But the corn headers are right here, so yeah. Okay. Looks like everything needs fueled up. What a surprise. 107 and go. All right. May as well go ahead and fuel up the other harvester while we're at it. And on top of everything else, we have, as usual, a bunch of dirty equipment that could stand to be washed off and put away. Oh, sunshine. Tell you what, while this thing is going ahead and filling up, it takes a minute or two. I think we'll send this over to field 106, the other soybean field that we harvested last episode, and get it ready to, I think it's 106. Let me double check. Yeah, 106. Get it over there, get it running. And we'll work on getting that field limed. All right. Filled up and good to go. And I guess, whoops, that tree right there, I put the driveway in too close to it. I think I need to get out and lumberjack that thing. 107. Okay. Those things are on their way. And I want to check on our case over here, our carting tractor. Okay. Not doing too bad. Good load of fuel. I think what we'll do is we'll pull this thing out here and get it ready to go. As you can see, that the field right ahead of us there is ready. But that's not the one we're going to harvest today. We're going to harvest the one down across from the grass field. Oh, and I guess I could get this thing sent over to the soybean field that we've already limed and get it ready to roll. And let me double check that field number. Yeah, it's 105. Excellent. Probably cause all kinds of a traffic jam getting this stuff out here. All right, we'll get this started. Headlands 1. Start working on the headland. Smooth. 20%. Generate. Okay, not too bad. 106, safe course. Yeah, I know this is a small fertilizer spreader, but in the interest of getting it done, I'm going to use the Unreal 42 meter spreader rather than the more realistic 12 meter toe bind spreader. And yes, I am taking another unrealistic setting in that I am utilizing the helpers can purchase fertilizer and lime. Otherwise, we're running back and forth constantly to the fill point. This way, this will be done with in 29 minutes. All right. Perfect. Let's get hooked up to a header here. Get unfolded. Here comes our other harvester, but as usual, I think we'll wait until we get the headlands opened up, and then we'll go ahead and start the second harvester. Run down the side of the field here for a bit. Trying to remember where my pull-offs and pull-ins and parking spots are for the auger wagon, the truck, and for the harvester itself. Should be right up here. Yeah, right in here. Excellent. Let's get this unfolded. As I try clumsily to cut in here. All right, Let's get a course set up. Meters, number of headlands, 3. Sharp. Ah. Okay. For whatever reason, it doesn't like where I'm at on the field. Bear with me, folks. I'll get this sorted out. Okay, everybody. Well, that was a lot of fun. Looks like we're all set and ready to go. So, yet again, we were victimized by an inadequate field margin over here. Between field 143 and 144. And then again up here. There just simply wasn't enough real estate for Courseplay to distinguish between actually 144 and 142. It was quite a mess. So, in fact, it was such a mess that it actually crashed my game, and I had to go back in and restart everything. But I think we're back to where we were, and we should be off and running now. I have to admit, boy, this has really been frustrating. Tell you what, let's get back to our get this over to the field so that it can. Oh yeah, there's that thing again. It's funny, it doesn't do that every time. Weird. All right. And the plow is over here at, whatever this is, 105, I guess. Let's get it lined up, situated, and running. All right, I'm going to go 5, do 3 headlands, smooth. Okay, that'll just about do it. Save course. And go. And we'll see what we've got here. All right, 2 hours. Oh boy. No worries. Okay, let's take a check on everything. All right, we're liming. Harvesting. That's looking really good. I guess the only other thing we need to do is get the grain truck over here. Okay. May as well get it on the move. Well, 143 truck park, JDR farm silo and corn. and off you go. Alrighty. That should just about get us situated to get going here. Okay. And yes, of course, we are on the wrong field. So field position. And we should be good, but we'll see what the first headland produces. Excellent. Okay. Not bad at all. Well, now that we're finally situated and I can engage in some idle chit-chat and conversation. So I saw that my friend Rusty Money Gaming is throwing out one more final challenge for Farming Simulator 22. And I believe he called it the Save the Date Challenge. It takes place on a relatively small map, and the participants will be responsible for making 25,000 liters of, I believe it's wedding dresses, clothes, and 25,000 liters of jewelry. And as you might imagine, those productions are present on the map itself and require numerous steps. So I have no doubt that one will be a final entertaining farewell challenge that I'm sure everyone in that small tight knit group of content creators will likely participate in. As I've said numerous times, here we are. We're a couple months away from Farming Simulator 25 dropping, and all of the content creators are kind of wrapping up their series or just beginning kind of small mini series, if you want to call it that. I don't think we're going to see any kind of new, riveting, entertaining type series with FS22, with everyone kind of biding their time. I have heard a couple of content creative, Crustu was one of them, express interest in maybe doing a kind of FS22 in review video where it wouldn't really so much be a critique of 22 as much of a kind of a summary of here are the things that we saw in 22, the advent of things that we saw in 22, maybe a comparison to how certain things were in FS19 and 17, so maybe some improvements and maybe some things that took a step backwards. And as I listened to that idea, that concept, I thought, man, that would be kind of neat to do. And then of course my thought immediately went to if I were to do something like that, what would that look like? I mean, what are the things that I would focus on? What are the things that I would like to highlight in terms of a review type of episode? So don't know. May give that a shot. Not really sure. Again, toying with the idea, even though we only have a couple months left. I'm toying with the idea of doing like a brief kind of, we'll call it survival series for lack of a better term, maybe on a small map where there's the opportunity to kind of not necessarily start from scratch, but start from very little and see just how far we can get before FS25 comes out. Not sure if I'll do that. I kind of have my hands full with this. Looks like we're going to empty. Kind of have my hands full with this series. I was just actually this week starting to struggle a little bit with it from the perspective of I realize that a lot of things that I'm going to be focusing on here coming up are going to be as I said, this episode is a bit of wash, rinse, repeat, and I think there's going to be kind of a lot of that going forward here. Initially, I was hopeful it would just be for a few months, the winter months specifically, but I don't know. I think just with this concept on this map, not really engaging in any sort of productions, I'm wondering if possibly we might find ourselves stuck, for lack of a better term. So I'm actually putting some thought into how to modify this series going forward. I know if you've been watching me kind of from the start, you'll know that I've kind of broken the series into two different segments. There's this segment where we're dealing with the big farm, the cattle farm, the big fields, the big equipment, and then what I like to refer to as the farmstead, which is our little farm. That if you were with me last episode, you saw that we put a dent in the finances, sold a bunch of hay, sold a bunch of goods, and I would really like to focus my effort more on that segment of this series and kind of growing that element of it. I think candidly that makes for a lot better content and a lot less repetitive. But again, not quite sure what I'm going to do. If you have an opinion, by all means, please leave a comment leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And hey, who knows? Anything's on the table, and I'm open to suggestions as our case snakes its way down the field. All right, let's take one more look at things here and see how everybody's doing. Plow's running good. Again, this map definitely needs some work, although I have, and I've put a lot into it, but I will say that, once you get some of these tedious little things kind of ironed out or straightened out, again, this is a fun map to play. I love these big fields. I love playing with this big equipment. Very rarely do I ever do that. Typically, it's small to medium size equipment, which I think, that's pretty much all of us who enjoy Farming Simulator, especially when we play on a lot of these European maps. You just don't have the room, the real estate on a lot of these maps for big equipment like this. All right, how are we doing here? Draining the bank account as we spread lime. Looking good, though. Oh, okay, great. We got down here and managed to do it without incident. Was worried with this large header and how close the pipe is to the end of it that the case might struggle with it a little bit, but fingers crossed, maybe we'll be okay. Okay. He gets out of the way. This guy gets back to work. Nobody gets tangled up with anybody else, and we're having a good day. Okay, folks. Yeah, we're off and running. Real quick here before I hit the pause button. Let's just take a quick look at things and see where we're at. Well, first of all, I guess, is there anything? As you can see, we did get 543,000 liters of soybeans off of those two fields. Not a lot. I was actually kind of disappointed in that. I thought we would do a little bit better than that with those two fields. As you can see, the first field of corn that we harvested, we got almost that much. But it's going to be a while before we can sell any of that stuff. Silage, yeah, we can make some money on silage, but probably going to hang on to that. Hay, straw, same deal. Yeah, so there really isn't anything in terms of sales now. You know, again, there's 88,000 liters of milk. Man, these cows are really putting out. If we look here, yeah, we've got 88,000 liters of milk. We've got, we're getting low on straw. And of course, you know, they're going to need to be fed again. The beef cattle are completely out of straw. And then there's our lone calf, who's managing to survive on grass. You know, another reason I'd kind of like to move this series along is because, you know, we've got animals here that are at 10% reproduction, 20%, 30%. I would like to get some little ones. I think that would be kind of interesting, kind of fun. But yeah, we definitely have some milk we need to sell. Tell you what we'll do here. While that is all running along, why don't we let's see if we can grab a tractor. These animals all do need straw, so I guess that is one thing that we can do. All right. I know I have a John Deere around here someplace, a little one. Ah, you know what? I do. And it's liming the field. Okay. All right. Well, I don't think we need a ton of horsepower to run the straw blower, so let's just grab the little Massey here. We'll run back, jump in the straw blower, grab some straw, and see about putting down some bedding so that we can get gobs and gobs of manure. All right, straw blower. Now there's not a ton of straw in here. That's fine. I think what we'll do is park this over here. We'll go grab our telehandler with the handy dandy little multi-bale auto load bale spike on it, and grab a few bales of straw. All right, the square bales. Yeah, we better just start with 2 for now. Excellent. And as I'm recording, I'm going to apologize. I know you can probably all hear the lawnmower in the background. My nephew decided it was time to cut grass at almost dark. And that's what he's doing. So my apologies. I hope that it's not too overbearing, but it is a John Deere. A rather nice one, as a matter of fact. Okay, let's unload. Perfect. Well, I don't know about perfect, but we'll go grab a couple more. Maybe 3 more. And we'll have these ready to go. We're having the worker buy the lime really sucks the money down. Again, I could have used the spreader with the bigger hopper, and I could have sent it back over here to the farm and had it reload. But I realized that would have been nice and realistic, but at the same time, as a matter of expediency. Oh, isn't that interesting? So the straw just fell out of the bottom of the oh my lord, of the blower and went right into the floor. Wow. Okay. I didn't even get a chance to turn it on. Huh. What did I miss there? Is there like an unfold? Oh, I guess not. Wow. Okay. How much did we get in there? Oh, definitely need some more. We'll go ahead and boy, I am so uncoordinated when it comes to estimating the height of things, the distance away from things. Don't know if anybody else has a problem with that, but man, I seem to struggle mightily. Okay. Tell you what, let's do. Let's go load up with 3 more of these bad boys. And we'll see if these will fall through the bottom of the... Seems to me that happened one other time when I did this, and I can't remember what it was that I was doing or not doing. But I know there was something that caused that to happen. I guess ultimately it doesn't matter as long as the straw gets in there. I do recall, and if you recall at the beginning of the series, I tried to load bales into that barn, and I was somewhat successful, but it struggled to take them, so that's how we ended up with the straw blower to begin with. And now we seem to... All right, and unload. All right. Something finished work, and I have a feeling it was our lime spreader. Okie dokie, let's see here. I'm looking for something that says turn on straw blower, but I'm not seeing it. Let me see if I can. Wow, how about that? And it just, so it did give me the trigger, but it simply just took it. Okay, well, whatever then. All right, let's see how things look now for those cows. All right, yeah, 111,000, looking pretty good. Just need to get some into the beef cattle because they have absolutely nothing. So, tell you what, folks, I think we're going to call it an episode. Let's take a look here and see how things are going. Looks to me like we're Oh, moving right along. Okay, so I think we're going to leave it right there. I will continue on off camera, and will most likely when we are back together for the next episode, it'll probably be a little more of the same, but hopefully not a lot more of the same. Because as I said, I would like to start transitioning the series more often, spending more time on the development and growth of the farmstead. But in any case, I want to thank all of you for joining me again today. It's been a pleasure to have you with me. If you liked what you saw today, hey, I'd appreciate knowing about it. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment below. If you didn't like what you saw today, well, I'd appreciate knowing that too. Leave a comment. Let me know why. Let me know what I can do to improve. And by all means, if you've been watching for a while and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. It would help me out, and it would help out my channel a great deal. Thanks again, everybody, and have a fabulous day.